everyone, welcome to Botany Insider. So in this lecture, what we would be trying is that we would be trying to reduce our stress. That is, we'll try to change our perspective by which we approach to this exam. So at the first, I'll tell you that what is the unit wise marking, that what is the approximate unit wise marking for every year whenever the CSIR UGC NET examination is held, and then we'll try to make a small calculation and try to change our perspective for this examination. So if we analyze the previous year question papers, so we can find out that we have in total 13 units for the CSIR UGC NET examination, and for each unit approximately 30 to 32 marks are asked. So from each unit we have approximate of 30 to 30 marks questions asked. And if we look at part wise, so in part B we have in total approximate 4 questions asked on an average, and if we look at part C we get approximate 6 questions each from every unit. So if we calculate it, as we know that in part B we have 2 markers, so in total we get 8 marks from part B and 4 markers in part C, so in total we get 24 marks in part C from every unit. So on an average in total we have 32 marks from every unit to score from. So now if we look at the previous year's cutoff, on an average the JRF cutoff is approximate between 110 to 112, and it may vary depending upon every year. And talking about the cutoff for the LS, so it is approximate between 100 to 102. So these are just the ranges, not the approximate value. Do not go for the approximate exact these values itself. These are just the ranges. So now let's try to have a calculation and just try to minimize our stress of the examination. So if on an average mainly students target approximate 10 units, so let's say that you are targeting 10 units from the 13 units pool, and we have just understood that we get from each unit approximate 32 marks to score. So if we calculate 10 units into the 32 marks from every unit, we get 320 marks. But we know that the paper is just for 200 marks. So this is something illogical. And we need only 110 to 112 to clear. So on a safer side also, let's keep the target as 125 to 130 on a safer side, that even if we get 1 or 2 more incorrect answers, we'll be able to reach in the range of 110 to 112. So if from 10 units, so consider that you have prepared 10 units in total. So now from each unit you score only 20 marks. The unit was asked for 32 marks and you scored only 20 marks from every unit. So if we calculate it now, so 10 units into 20 marks from every unit, you get 200 marks, which is something not required. You do not need to get 200 upon 200 to clear the examination. So let's try to reduce the marks that you score a bit more. So now let's consider that you score 15 marks from every unit. You have targeted 10 units and you score only 15 marks from every unit. So 15 into 10 you get 150 marks, and if you score 150 out of 200 in CSIR UGC NET examination, you can top in the CSIR. So you can see that you do not need to master the units that you prepare. Even if you prepare only 10 units out of the 13 units pool and you score from every unit only 15 marks out of them, so still you are getting 150 marks and you still have a range of 20 to 25 safer side, so that you can still qualify the examination. This calculation proves that all you need is to perform 40 to 50% of what you have studied. That is, you have studied for 10 units and 32 into 10, that is the average range of marks that is asked, so that is 320, but no. So now if we look at the 50% of 320, we get 160. 160 is AIR 1 or maybe more than that. So you do not need even 50% of what you have studied. So you can see that if you study in a consistent manner and work hard for not mastering every unit but for scoring 20 marks from every unit, because this examination contains negative marking also. So you have to make sure that you keep your safer side and you have a diverse range of topics to be prepared from. Hence, it is important for you to understand that hard work summed up with the smart work would help you get through this examination, and you do not need to worry about that whether you will qualify or not. If you change your perspective, if you change the way you look at the examination, for sure you'll be able to qualify. So I hope that the calculation that we just did made you lower your stress level to an extent, and it also helped you change the perspective for the way in which you see the examination. So in the next video, I'll be talking about that how many questions we should target in order to be on the safer side to qualify the examination. And this was all that I wanted to share in this particular video. I hope this video would help you in some way or the other. If yes, do let me know in the comment sections below. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please do like, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel. And also I'll be coming up very soon with these type of more informative videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.